The discussion is Dr. Brian Mtie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Now, let's start off with the standard. And of course, the top story has to do with Governor Waititu and his cases, the graft cases that he's facing. And we're being told how Waititu could beat Hajj office ban order. And of course, under that, we're being told more about by Professor Jeddah, who's saying the ruling did not bar him from being governor. It actually just stopped him from accessing his office to uphold the integrity of the investigation and the court processes. What do you feel about this coverage so far?
Very interesting. When the counsel for Waititu says that he's not barred from, dispensing his duties as a governor, I'm wondering what parameters he's talking about when he's dispensing about these duties, because there are so many issues that requires a governor perhaps to be seen to be working, like the issues of signing of checks, accessing county funds. I don't know whether the court actually barred the extent. We do not understand the extent to which the magistrate barred the governor from dispensing his duties. For example, when it comes to issues of accessing county funds, if the magistrate gave that in particular as a prohibition for the governor to access to do this, I think then it should be a problem. The governor is not just there to just do the issues of his counsel says that he can dispense his duties, or he can do his duties at the comfort of his home,
he said he
or
could
maybe
do
in
it
an hotel,
or set up an office somewhere else.
Exactly. So you are asking yourself, is that all what a governor can do? So there are so many issues that need to be perhaps expounded for them to understand to which extent was the governor barred from doing his duties.
Absolutely. And with him being barred from accessing the county funds or the premises where he actually works from, it has to do also with protecting evidence and witnesses. So how would we, let's say in terms of documents and things like that, would he even be able to operate even if he sets up another office somewhere else?
But you see, by the time the governor knew that he's going to be taken to the court, he must have, he's not that gullible just to leave all the evidences just exposing him like that in his offices. So he must have known that this was coming. And remember, he was on the run for quite some time before he surrendered himself to the to the authorities. So he must have done all what it takes to ensure that the evidence that might put him culpable is actually taken care of. So for me, I don't think barring him physically or just physically not to visit his offices is enough for him to be able not to be exposed. So to me, I think it's still a gray area.
It's a bit of a gray area, but this is hinged on precedent set by the High Court Judge Mumbi Ngugi, who directed Samburu Governor Moses Lennon Kunal not to step in his office unless authorized by the anti-graft CEO Twalib Mbarak. And of course, this has to do with the general fight on graft, because a big problem with prosecutions is that they do not get, sometimes there's not enough evidence, witness tampering, and of course tampering with evidence that has hindered people from getting prosecuted or the powers that be carrying out their mandate.
I think, Trixie, we are finding ourselves in a very precarious situation as a country in terms of governance, because when you look at the whole governance arrangement, it's quite wanting, because when you say that the governor, there's a precedent that has been set by Judge Ngugi, barring county governors from accessing in the event that they are actually, they have been actually taken to court or they have taken a plea. The question that actually begs is this enough? Because just stepping aside, to me, is not enough. There's need for more punch. There's need for more, what I can say, extreme measures to ensure that our counties are protected.
But what more could possibly be done? For example, in this case, we're having a governor behind bars.
I think in a developed world,
hefty fines.
You see, tricks in developed countries. The moment you mentioned in something in relation to graft, or something that you are that's suspicious, that you might have been charged in a manner to suggest that perhaps you bend the rules to benefit yourself, you you resign. You do not even step aside.
Wait
This
for
stepping
it.
aside thing came actually with the Kibaki administration, where somebody just steps aside so that it doesn't seem to have been pushed out of the position that is occupying. It's an honorable way of handling. It's a soft way of putting somebody just aside for investigation. But it's a bad precedent because the moment you have been actually suspected to have done something fishy, the honorable thing is exactly resign. And there's no one second meaning of the word resignation. It is just resigning.
And I mean, when you look at other countries, as you have said, even the civilian population gets really outraged when such allegations and such figures are put out there. But do you think we are a bit too used to all these scandals that we just feel like, it's another day?
That's the right word you used. We are used to big monies being siphoned out of our pockets, or for the sake of our benefit. Because in countries where democracy is deeply entrenched in the minds and the values of the people, this is something that is unheard of. People running away with the billions and the billions. And by the way,
allegedly.
And by the way, when you hear leaders running away with our monies, they are running away with the future of our next generation. They are running with the health care, the education of our future children. So to me, I think there's still a long way to go for us as a country. There's still need for a lot to be done to ensure that the issue of graft is actually addressed fully. This issue of counties, and I will tell you tricks for sure. Now that, for example, Governor Waititu, although this is a matter which is still in the corridors of justice, by the time this case, gets, wound up, or it's done to its logical conclusion, it might take long. So again, you ask yourself, what happens with the governance structure? The deputy governor might run away with it forever. Until the next election is conducted.
Because as we heard from a previous story that we've just aired, that there's talk of impeachment proceedings, and of course, and the deputy governor did actually chair a cabinet meetings, but he said that everything will go on as planned. There's no vacuum. Everything is okay. So it's a bit. Who knows how this is going to turn out?
We still need to know to what extent can he exercise his mandate. There's also the question of what are his roles in the absence of a governor who has stepped aside, who has not yet been found guilty by the systems of justice. And to what extent can he exercise his duties? Can he really appoint